Welcome to Tales and Travel Adventures. Let's visit the Urbana Free Library. Hello! Champaign Public Library and the Urbana Free Library have prepared this journey back in time for us. I'm Lavana Hawkins, and today we will look at the beginnings of the Urbana Free Library and staff. There are two ways you can use this program. You can just listen and follow along as I read the narrative that accompanies each slide. Or you or your partner can turn down the volume and use the controls to pause each screen so that you can read the narrative aloud yourself. You might also want to talk with your partner about what you are seeing or any memories that come to mind. The story of the Urbana Free Library starts in December of 1872, before any of us were born. This is Frank Jaques. Along with many members of the community, he organized and founded the Young Men's Library Association. Mr. Jaques was the first treasurer. So long ago, and yet we still benefit from their work. Members paid a fee to view the association's holdings. For a few months, the first library was on the second floor of this building. To get to the library, a person had to climb a lot of stairs. The first head librarian was fired after only a few months for falsifying his credentials. Ida B. Haynes was the second head librarian. This is Ms. Haynes many years later, near her retirement. She remained the head librarian for 50 years. Unfortunately, there are very few pictures of her. You will hear her name a few times in this story, though. Soon after opening, the library moved to the Masonic Lodge. It was in this building from 1872 to 1876. This is an image of the visitor's log from 1874. Can you imagine young Ms. Ida Haynes standing at a desk making these marks? In 1876, the library moved across the street to the Gill Building, now known as the Knowlton and Bennett Building. It occupied a 28 by 38-foot back room on the second floor for the cost of $150 a year. It still took quite a bit of work climbing stairs to reach it. In 1884, the Champaign Daily Gazette reported that Ida Haynes and F.G. Jaques were in Chicago purchasing books for the library. If someone in your family used the library in the early 1900s, perhaps they used some of the books purchased by Ida and Frank. In 1894, the library moved to the first floor of the city building. Use of the library immediately increased. This was attributed largely to the much better location and to finally having first floor access. In 1896, Frank Jaques became ill and could no longer serve as treasurer of the library. His daughter, Minnie Jaques, took over the role and served as treasurer for over 50 years. In January 1917, Ida Haynes was the lead spokesperson at an Urbana Men's Civics Club meeting, promoting the library's services and the need for the new building. According to Haynes, "One visit to the library, you can see for yourselves. We need more room." This is Mary Busey. On January 29, 1917, she donated $35,000 to build the library in memory of her husband, Samuel T. Busey. Joseph Cunningham's love of books was well known, as well as his extensive home library. When he died in 1917, he left his entire collection of American history books, more than 300 volumes, to the new library. The Samuel T. Busey Memorial Library finally opened on July 8, 1918. The grand opening was attended by 125 people. How do you think Minnie Jaques and Ida Haynes felt to finally have this new, beautiful building for serving the community? The work of these men and women many years ago brought the world of libraries, full of education, entertainment, community, and joy, to our lives today, many years later. I have enjoyed sharing their stories with you today. Let's visit more another day. What would you like to do that would affect people many years from now? Questions? For materials to go along with this video, please contact Champaign Public Library at 217-403-2070 or librarian@champaign.org. Or you can contact Champaign County Historical Archives at the Urbana Free Library, 217-367-4025, or archives@urbanafree.org. For information about using questions to have a meaningful conversation, visit timeslips.org.